Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little...
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some net.
Who's there?
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it. To what do I owe the pleasure?
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
Oh no, it's all right. I'm just busy. What's this about?
The lieutenant sighs at your flagrant misogyny. The cryptozoologist's companion says nothing, but nods approvingly in your direction.
So that's what this is. Lena sent you. Can't say I blame her. We've been here for days. That darn water lock is broken, and we can't...
The 881 is a raised motorway that separates Martinez from Jamrock. The labyrinth of streets underneath it makes it difficult to pass, not like walking over a nice water lock.
Oh, good. We should really be getting back. Gary.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena...
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going. Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it. Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, and I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators or scientists in our present case. It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defences that allow it to interfere with animal perception, but I cannot describe how these defences work, much less how they evolved. Without...
Yes, it makes perfect sense. You're beginning to suspect there's something paranatural about this phasmid.
I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So, typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of my, of any, cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defences, find out how it stayed hidden, very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is not yet. That's what makes it a...
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence...
I know it's real.
It's clear that his obsession with the phasmid is driven by something more than the pure pursuit of...
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition. Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast. It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species. I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient.
He means asexual reproduction. The females of the species don't need to mate to produce viable eggs. This makes it easier for a species with a small population to survive.
Yes, the Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I try... Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly. So I'm sure they'll do... Yes. Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel. And, at least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid...
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering, a meat-eating stick insect. Does it pretend to be the reeds as part of its ambush behavior? This seems unlikely.
Thank you for your opinion. We have also included plant material in the traps.
Not a big fan of skepticism, this one.
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams. Yes. What? By woman, you mean my wife, I assume? I will return to... My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
Come on, Morale. We've been soaking out here for days.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lane...
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't...
What? Let Lena down? Sounds like the cryptozoologist's wife shares a special connection to the phasmid somehow.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4... Yes, that's how we first came to know one another, in fact.
Needless to say, you must ask her.
Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't abandon course now. No. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if...
He's dead set on this.
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer. Yes, indeed. Both require a great deal of research, attention to detail, and there are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouse. Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower, after the church. The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. A big thicket of reeds going up the slope, and among them, you should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a...
That seemed like a lot. Do we really have time for this extracurricular venture? Is it?
If you think it's important, you have been right before.
Bring it to me at once. Just make sure that...
He's not comfortable with the possibility that you'll claim the find, but he's lying about this even to himself.
That's highly unlikely, officer. And in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mix. It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week. Wise choice.
I hope you're not buying this. It dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop. Not that I expect you to understand self-finance.
Right, which means you two can pack up and go.
Whatever he thinks about this detour, it's clear that these men are...
Finally, someone.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions...
If it's more cryptid-related business you want to discuss, you... But what if the information is vital?
I'm Gary. Very general. Yellow man. I mean,
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out Yellow Man. Interesting. This is something to ask.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization. I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here. Oh, I didn't mean it in any scientific way.
Serious question time. This man is no innocent. No one is.
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about.
So you do know.
No. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary. But everyone here knows that.
He didn't kill him or anything. But there's something going on here.
My mug? Why would you think that? Really? I hear it all the time. All in jest, of course. No offense meant to anyone. Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container. You're not going to find me, are you? Whew. Thank you. You won't regret this. I won't use another man's... I don't know what got into me, really. Work has been stressful lately. Damn Koiko's price dumping us out of competition.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Just answering some questions. I know a guy who works with the trash collection services. CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez, so I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Hemians run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have.
Disgraced. No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals. Then I came out to clean up the rags, because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug. Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and...
Right. It was just civic duty.
Exactly. That's exactly...
As he shifts uncomfortably, a series of clicks, like the clinking of glass beads against one another as they roll across a hardwood floor. You've heard this sound before, but where?
What sound? Really? There's lots of weird stuff out here in the reeds, though. Insects, trash.
The sound you heard was not the sound of something easily abandoned.
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing...
An infant could see he's not telling the truth, but he's too scared to admit more wrongdoing.
I hope I could help your investigation. In my small way.
Does this mean you were in his apartment, admiring his colonial mug collection? Perhaps it would be interesting to tell him.
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sale. I meant no offense, truly. No problem at all.
Sounds like some conspiracy topic. You might be able to discuss it with him when the lieutenant isn't here, if you can remember it.
Sure do.
His eyes narrow slightly. He's wondering where this is going.
In my home. Yes. When I was going to... How did you know? Is this about the Union? Did the big man open the door? So you work for Everard Clare? Officer, please tell him we're good. No, tell him I'll make it up to him. What have I done? He'll send the muscle after me. I was probably talking too loud in the whirling the other night about some theory. I won't do it again. If there's anything I can do to assist you, or the Union...
This scared him proper. He's positively melting from fear. Has to prop himself.
The weather vane has turned. He cannot be unturned.
He clearly liked his squirming. He may even have changed his mind about the whole door-opening operation.
I told you...
Uncomfortable shifting around, doesn't...
No. I help Morell with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. But I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own. Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law. I mean, officers.
Is he? He's looking comfortable enough. Maybe it was just beads. Sounded like beads. But what kind of beads might a man like Gary be hiding beneath his clothes?
Why would I do that, officer? But, officer, I'm not wearing any women's clothes.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw behind you. A ruined residential building looms over the reeds. Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go. No, you weren't.
This is the trap Morell just set. This trap is also full of panicked.
Another empty trap. Yep, the next one has a crab trapped in it. These are just crab traps.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must... Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it. And a small layer of...
No, I won't even try. I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's...
This partner of his, Eyes, things didn't end well. It saddens him to say his name. Don't even ask.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with. You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Tran Heilostam. You must be Kim Kitsuragi, right? I was just telling my son
Nice to meet you.
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers. Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or some...
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it. Well, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis programming language was named after its inventor, Victor Orbis, a cybernetician from Grad. They run Vox in the Occidental countries.
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building. What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the... Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve. Or should I say, they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors. It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for, tape. An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business, which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rein, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet. Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes, possibly from this very building. All of this was built by Feld, even a boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D. Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
A pleasure wheel?
Perhaps reminded of a childhood memory. It's clear he would prefer there were a big wheel.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans. Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here.
Wait, is he saying that we should just bypass the excesses of the revolution?
Tape computers. Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were...
Buckle up.
10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had
Wait, did he just say Wumpty Dumpty Dum? He did it. He said Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. What the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Joost?
the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Arts. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to... In fact, I'm not. The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research. But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then...
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionary setting fire to this precious device. But so they did. The felt playback experiment vanished. Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing... But of course, what else? No, thanks to you for having me and little Michaela here.
Pick your brain. If anything, this was rather one. A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call... Nothing has changed. has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door has...
It's military, a service depot of some... The washerwoman mentioned a depot at the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it.
This trap's not too hard to spot. Nothing but locusts in this trap as well.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we are done. No, I'm fine. I didn't mean to complain, it's just...
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. Two large beams. The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch. This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock, you see a yellow circle with two X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. There is something blindingly modern about this symbol. Its modernness puts to shame everything you've seen. It's the contrast between the cheery, chemical yellow and the rigor mortis. As if the cheery guy didn't know he was dead, or the dead guy didn't care that he was. He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly...
No. Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency. For Revachol ZOC, the moral intern defined junior delinquents as minors between the ages. These acts aren't called crimes as they would be for adults. Crimes committed by minors are called delinquent acts. This was part of your officer's exams. I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth. That level of conceptual thinking is not part of my skill set.
The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that one of the screws is not a screw at all. Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing up.
Maybe we should circle the building first and look for another way. The building has seen enough mistreatment.
There is a touch of guilt in his voice.
Yes, the pulsing base. A sure sign of junior delinquency. Somewhere east of here.
There's something on the sea ice there. There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb. Looks like today was a gold star day. Wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice.
Oh, hello.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing.
Huh?
Maybe she didn't hear you. A little loud.
So should you. Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck the hat.
What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law.
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on... My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me. A cell.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features, some masculinity below that timid...
Why? Okay, it's Burger.
A very common name. You have little reason to doubt that's her real name. But she's not all that surprised by this cop show questioning, is she?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still. Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone. Okay. Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that'll sound. My boyfriend sold them. I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
The musicians in the Elysium used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of... Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway. I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device, the thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fan.
Take this, you're called.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that.
It's okay.
Thanks. That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Elysium or something. Stupid. It's really not gonna be a Elysium, that's for sure. Yeah, Andre and the guys, they're inside.
And why is that?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room. Music stuff mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it. Yep, they were pretty. I'm sorry we sold those. That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold. Go ahead. It's supposed to become, like, a club for anodic dance music, like that new style of synthesizers. Except that, yeah. No, not really.
She's trying to get out of a direct lie with semantic tricks. She personally didn't put the padlock on.
Yeah, you know, that's what I meant. Noid did. Noid put the padlock on the door. Yeah, I guess you could say that. To keep more weirdos from getting in. Fucking Martinez. I'm sorry. It's got the worst weirdos. If you get around to it, ask Andre about him, he'll tell ya. I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it. Hey, you two are cops. Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys, because there are some strange things going on in that church. They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else? Go ahead. Well, it's just questioning, right? You're just questioning me. Once or twice, yeah. I'm sorry I haven't had the Revachol experience they get east of the river. The usual. I had a shitty run as a teenager. You know, drinking, getting into fights. The ugly stuff that happens when you move out your parents' place at 13.
Interesting term. Time to glean some knowledge.
Is this a rhetorical question? My dad was a drunk. Plus, I guess, I just wanted to drink too, you know. Get my party on.
She nods very cautiously. The device is cold to the touch. An angular Omicron logo adorns the yellow plastic cover.
Okay, bye.
A pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow, barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk. The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open.
Come on! Get in and close the flap behind you.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you. This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings.
And Egghead. Egg! Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation. We like to think of ourselves as music. You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish...
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we...
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues. Ah, so you've met her? Good, good. Yeah, it's a matter of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict... I'm talking about the church. And I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dope heads.
Burnouts.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock.
Strikes that.
And sadder yet, because the dope heads and burnouts holed up in there were the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad the good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
The spooky kind. I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, there's spookiness.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna... People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Places...
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure... All right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchange.
I did ask Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix.
I had to do it in a hurry. Not my best work.
Of course. Noid.
All right.
Noid watches you pick up the key with a smirk.
Not long. Like a week, maybe? I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 9...
Somewhere in the ruinous past that led you here, there was something called exams. You may have learned the term.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to... Me too. I shouldn't have that kind of power over another person.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it. Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen a clip... Well, there's also the machine...
This machinery is of the deeply...
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping...
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Andre!
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there...
No!
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my...
Felt like silence.
Oh, not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone, or something, eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it. Like, you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know...
Not human, as in a...
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the sea. Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and...
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behind...
Odd. Crabs are usually marine creatures, and not known for climbing walls.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. A cell was alone at...
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't...
There probably is no crab man. Don't let them draw you in with this nonsense.
Well, honestly, I can't, but I am.
This is a below-feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
Hey now, I'm 70% sure there's some... Don't let all that technology fool you. Where do you think the drugs come from? You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Sure. What? Yes. What? Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some oh. It's the one they sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
It does, doesn't it?
Told you we have a smell problem. Ether? I don't smell ether. No.
He sniffs the air. It doesn't take a forensic scientist to guess it's drug-related. They look and act like the kind. However, their breathing is regular. Their jaws stay put and their pupils aren't, at least not under the influence of stimulants. That doesn't rule out hallucinogens, benzos, some depressant.
The what now? Oh, the old Ultra.
He's like an actor. Look into this.
I have a major sinus infection, stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Yes, that's all Nosafed's doing. Without the Noser, I'd...
Nosafed is the shit.
Yes. What?
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved. A number of things don't add up. How about gather around, kids? The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor. The one with the large head seems very... Their would-be leader is less amused.
But you still are.
What happened? That's a real downer.
The young speed freak, he senses something is wrong.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
What do you mean, friend? It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in an...
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one-speaker systems.
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing. I'm sorry, but there is no lab equipment and no drug ingredients.
He said it was for his nose.
Likely pseudoephedrine, almost exactly the shape of ephedrine. Ephedrine makes you happy, and so does pseudoephedrine.
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
Make up your mind. First it's the sweat, then it's the ether. No shit. That's... Come on, that's... I meant to say, not true. What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a... The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
What do you mean by lenient? Okay, man, okay. Things are just so hard for an entrepreneur in this city right now. It's not like we lied when we said because we do. We just need to turn it into a speed lab
To get our foot in the door.
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty. No, man, they're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police.
But the sign was way off too.
Sir, You promised you'd be lenient.
This is it. Judgment time.
Yeah!
I knew it. It's impossible.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for Nordic. There needs to be a club for Nordic music in there. Needs to. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it. We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean.
Okay, we'll try to do it without the drugs. We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels, and nothing but.
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
As always.
Wow, so someone's been a little boring. Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown. No need to be defensive. The regularity, the brownness, the cut and dry have their appeal. Of course you do. Let's get right to it. My lord's coppo type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax. Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the good, of course, to outright declare yourself something. It takes you a moment. The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. No locust. No phasmid either. But still, your voice echoes on the coast, carried by it.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed mark.
The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others. Like someone or something picked up the trap and shook it before dropping it back.
Perhaps our cryptozoologists have competition in the form of an actual entomologist, or someone else is sabotaging them. I could present more theories, but then I would be taking this on as a case, which I'm not. We did, sort of, promise to tell them.
Gendarmerie. You found me.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights. It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight.
Beautiful. So tell me, are you here to make things right again? Beautiful. I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting. Mm-hmm. That's why I chose this place. Martinez is special, isn't it?
Wait. Suddenly you are digging things?
It does feel like the end of the week. It's so magical, the white falling against the black. Trust me, you do. That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my...
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks. Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard, disappearing.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad.
To the city. It's a beautiful night.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth.
We'll talk. Just not take care, all right?
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
Right after you.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
You shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason you feel this man is your superior. Superior, but he's not in the command.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price... I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super.
No, first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview. Yes, make it clear you're the one setting the terms here.
Oh yes, my friend has a great eye for these things. He refuses to tell me where it came from. It's a mystery. That's really all I can tell you about it.
That didn't work at all. The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight. Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here. Yes, as I said before, I'm a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main
Wait, there isn't actually an Institute of Price Stability, is there? Or maybe there is. God, it's impossible to understand whether someone from the moral intern is joking or not.
La communauté internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, your employer, technically speaking. The governing authority of Revachol. The RCM is but one part of this provisional administration. It's the International Organization for Moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the coalition.
Doing one's job doesn't automatically make one anyone's bitch. Besides, there are more nefarious powers to work for than the moral intern.
But of course. Because moralists believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values.
Me? I'm a lieutenant of the RCM. Dedicated.
A very moralist answer.
The lieutenant is practiced in the art of putting on a show for one's superiors.
The Occident is part of the normal world. Oranje, sur la clé. Martinez? No. Martinez is... Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, but they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking. Is this option D usually the most reasonable answer? Sounds like you're a moralist indeed, my friend. Moralism is all about compromise and achieving the achievable. It's pragmatic, realistic, and level-headed. Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? Whatever you wish, officer. I'm sorry to say I did, officer. Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was... I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then that's when I understood. I should not.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Interesting.
I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very loud. Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanities. I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
The lieutenant sends you a sharp look at the mention of that number.
That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human. As far as I could tell. I went back inside.
Were you able to see anything from inside?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were all men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
But we are fairly certain the lady driver was present.
It's possible, officer, but I cannot say with certainty. It was very dark, you must remember. Those funny... Oh, officer, that kind of language is unbecoming of... I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Areopagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent. Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet. Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything. You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I'm afraid I don't have anything else to...
About what time was all this happening?
All I can say is that it was late. My watch. Yes, now I remember. It was 30 minutes past midnight, give or take. No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day. Of course. anything I can do to assist the RCM. Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Peninsula? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community. Au contraire, it's how millions of people end up where they are, meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here, and my friend too. Sorry, who? But I told you, officer, he's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization. Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own. He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts. He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design. I'm just enjoying the view. Listen.
A baby is crying in the neighboring apartment.
No, listen. The Insulindian Bay. This place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, but the million real view stays. You can't take that away. My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's a busy bee.
A busy bee? What an odd choice of words.
I'm all ears, officer. A moment. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave. It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen.
That's not the real reason he's so apprehensive. Men in his position shouldn't be seen loitering around in...
Sure, go ahead. It's a beautiful space.
It's great to see you again, officer.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
Truly a lot of legwork.
Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie, Mexican origin, The pin is...
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of it. You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more important. There's really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell.
Oh, I'd be delighted.
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some kind of cryptid.
He nods and assumes a way. Ooh, tough choice there.
No, it's the cryptid. Oh, yes. The eight-eyed pterotorn, the largest flying avian ever discovered, with a wingspan of 11.5 meters.
Mutation? All of evolution.
Until it was sighted by renowned Gotvaldian explorer.
This renown seems a bit dubious. Your own catalogue comes up completely empty. But, of course, you are not.
Of course, sweetie. Do you want to hear about another cryptid? The pterotorn is by many accounts. What an interesting question. And...
Of course. All fairy tales have someone or something invisible in them.
It's the Col de Mamadaqua. Its name means thin whisper of sound, and that's precisely what it is.
Col de Mamadaqua can also be translated as a whisper light and low.
It could be. As I said, it could be everywhere. And we wouldn't know any better. It could be ringing all the days of our lives and nights. What about what? Of course, dear. Oh, you don't want to hear about some old one.
Ramblings? Nonsense. Your description of...
But, darling, I didn't even get the size of it.
You were a child, my dear. Really. It's extraordinary what you were able to describe.
Reflexively, the lieutenant read his familiar.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. I looked up, and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like... I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering. I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore.
Where did you go? Don't go.
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote.
We were on a date. Can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the incident.
So that's how they met. This is beyond significant.
It did, yes. Like reeds in a gust of wind.
The way it moved, the colour, how some of its limbs were white, like marble. It matched If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession.
Our first, yes.
Not all of them. There is some white coloration reported, along with beige, where the camouflage...
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but...
How could she? Who imagines this? She didn't know about the phasmid. This is the main thing here.
So she couldn't have made it up. Or...
That's true, yes. I'm almost certain neither my mother nor my grandmother knew of it. It was only when I started telling my story as a teenager that boys would... You trying to tell us you saw the Insulindian phasmid out there in those reeds? Get out of here.
I thought it was a wonderful story, ma'am.
But I don't believe it. A child left unattended on a warm day. Children make up stories.
You're welcome, sweetie.
And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on a...
Can I help you? What is this thing? Okay, well, this is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess? So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
People just don't know how to accept gifts, especially taxidermy. He likes it.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bringing people random stuff.
It's not actually about that, but he liked it.
No, you don't. It's not happening.
You need to approach this situation logically. Ask him why he has the PA system installed if you can't use it.
The whirling doesn't need more sad style. That's one of the styles it can do without right now. It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of '44. A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke. Okay, yes, it's for some clients. Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just... This is the look of a man who's defeated.
Fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair.
I'm having it uninstalled. Oh yeah, time to do the damage. The stage is all set up for your performance. You feel a little dizzy, a little...
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
The bar is full and buzzing with chatter. No one is paying you any attention. But still you feel your knees turn to noodles. They are going to hate you. Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? Should you...
I can see that.
The air is thick with someone dims the lights as the music starts. A lump's in your throat suddenly.
I would often go there to the tiny church there, the smallest church in Sanson. Though it once was larger, how the real may rest there, down through the mist there, towards the Seven Sisters, towards those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there in the tiny yard there. I have been so glad here. Looking forward to the past here. But now you're all alone. None of this matters. At all.
Do you hear that? It's the most pathetic applause in the world, Harry, made of pity. No one liked you. Your words echo in the karaoke mic. People talk in the distance.
Quit yelling into the mic!
You hear, or think you hear, uncomfortable shifting around. A bit of
I'm gonna unplug the mic now, okay? That's it. I'm unplugging it.
Let's go, officer. These people wouldn't know a good performance if it beat them in the ass. Detective Dubois, it was downright tragic. Now, let's go.
I mean it, he thinks. To him, being a cop in the RCM was truly expressed. Was that? Could it be the Col de Mama d'Aqua? No, it's probably just your... There seems to be an extremely high-pitched ring. Lena also said that it couldn't be heard by any other animal, including humans. Honestly, your ear isn't hearing a whole lot. The distant hum of the industrial harbor, the traffic, but admittedly...
No, I don't hear the Col de Mama d'Aqua, and neither do you.
Of course he doesn't. He's deaf. There it is again. You're about to rediscover a long lost... It must be very close. Oh no. The sound. It's moving. No. Too late. It's gone. Keep your ears peeled, then. If the species really has migrated... It's getting late, and...
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, adorned with it's too late. Like an image on film. The expression. The bed is comforting. Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother.
Recorded in you. Forever. On Faraday.
No, you're spinning tapes at the discotheque. The great unceasing disco of the month. On and on it goes, for untold hours. At the disco where you first...
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time.
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you can never forget this shit.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent, picking up litter and old newspapers.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day.
For the money, baby. For the greater good. Forever, Carl. Always.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth. There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry.
Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Good. You're up. Listen, there's something that's been bothering. It's a suspicion, or a feeling, really. An earth-shattering deduction from your psyche. What every day, things seem to spin more and more wildly, out of control. The center isn't holding. And despite... Oh, sure. You've been making progress on your... But who's focusing on the big questions? But... have you ever seen them? How do you know they're even there? More importantly, you've got to find out who bears la responsabilité. Harry, you're thinking about this too narrowly. La responsabilité isn't concerned with trivial questions like who killed who. It's about the real issues. The most awesome, terrible thing. It is human nature to crave la responsabilité and to deny it. That's why it must be distributed across many different... Whoa. This isn't some kind of dictatorship. You can't like a committee. Only the most even-keeled, your half-brother, the lieutenant, is a natural place to start. Together, you'll be able to discover who has la responsabilité in Revachol. Most likely, your findings will be collected in a report, which, once they've reviewed it, those same superiors will produce a set of recommendations. Rest assured, no matter what happens, good luck. Your report.
Yes? I'm glad to hear it, Detective. I was wondering when we'd get to this very subject. If you ask me, it's high time for you to put the bottle away. Sober up, get back to basics. That would be my advice. Why are you pronouncing it like that gentleman from the Institute of Price Stabilité? You know what? Forget it. What specifically are you trying to assign responsibility for? Now I understand. Next, I suppose you're going to tell me you need to form a committee to assign this responsibility? Fascinating. And here I believed your recent turn toward moralism. In any event, I am just a humble law official. I may work under the moral intern's umbrella, but I'm certainly not. You know who might be, though? That Mr. Villeudroit, the gentleman you met in the young man's apartment. If I were trying to get in touch with the coalition, I would start by seeking him out. But first you might need to speak with it. Now, was there anything else?
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells real. It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that...
Please tell me you're not taking that with you. I'm sure he'll be thrilled to have it returned.
It's awful and familiar. It doesn't help. You can keep it in now. Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency, that faintly cloying sweetness. Something cold wakes in the pit of... It is death. The lieutenant has already brought...
Eyes up, detective. Something.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin. 2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent port. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles.
A tragedy.
He shakes his head with genuine sadness. Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. Red Astra is the black market version of Astra cigarettes, known for their high tar. You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. It's no older than a day or two. It's hard to concentrate in the... A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him, the smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely head.
Hold on. Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Another dead body. This is your... Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another day. He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces. A cool leather jacket with a bolt of blue? Oh no. This sounds terribly familiar. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His jacket feels sodden and heavy.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet, a bad fall. It might have been dark outside. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. His eyes empty and height 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout. He was confused when he died. Confused and alone, most likely. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper, a dried chunk of blood, covers the hair at the back of his head. This is what killed him.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you? Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the... You see waves churning below. Something... He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole, and you would have never found him. A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its...
Tear all around us. I'd prefer if you didn't collect them this time. It's not...
True. It feels disrespectful. Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The blackness of death. Stench. Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there. Solidified on his lap.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't. But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you...
A dead working-class man with a bottle in his hand? Don't deceive yourself. You know...
The woman you met at the book stand? Why do you think it's her husband? I can't see a book. So he took the book to the library, then came back and thought,
I'll have one drink before. The view from the lookout is...
damn it, he is definitely someone's husband. Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be... No, I don't see anything that points in that direction. For now, let's treat this case...
Agreed. If this somehow converges later, why not?
Oh yes. Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure. What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably...
Sometimes a kebab is just a kebab.
They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean. It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of fact. From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle. Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let them know we are taking...
The shaggy-haired girl kneels on the seat.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? Great. Let us know if there's any progress, will ya? We've been waiting for weeks here. I did, and I'm sorry. For what it's worth, which isn't much.
This is why I didn't go into the tent. Typical delinquency.
You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it. I even tried not to lie to you.
Indeed, she merely tried to omit the truth instead.
I know, but I knew you'd see through their plan too. I'm not an idiot. I should have been able to control them, and I will in the future. May I ask, what did you tell them? Thank you. I'll get them under wraps, I promise. Oh, that. You're not going to believe me.
She's less prone to blurt it out, crab man.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this and then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. Upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent. He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me.
Like a crab, you say?
It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
Come on, she obviously could. She already went in.
He looked like a banger, okay? He was all muscular and stuff. Had a mesh tank top. I know it sounds ridiculous.
A crab and a banger?
Yes, a banger. As in a mess gang member. I know what it sounds like, but that's what I saw. Why? Okay then. They certainly do around me. My associates? I haven't got much to say about them. Sorry. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on.
To the cops.
Me? I'm a silver bird. Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup. The wind howls. She remains silent. It's real. Tell her.
What is? I know. I'll stick to it.
Something changes between you two. She looks at you differently now.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer? My associates? I haven't got much to say about them. Of course I do. I just don't tell...
To the cops.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be... Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boyadero about it if you want to. What is it? Oh, really? So, the thing that's been eating you is the slow pace of social progress? Okay, so you're not that upset, it sounds. Uh-huh. And you're sure it's social progress you're just...
Perhaps.
Okay. Why do you think that? There you have it then, chick trouble. Not political after all. Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this, chica. Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you? How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing? Man, when I get hurt, I just want to forget that shit, you know? That kind of selective memory. Yeah, or it might be that. This one time I did so much...
It's obvious she's done more.
Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank. You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich. You're welcome. Might be for the best to keep that shit forgotten though. Just my opinion. If it itches, don't scratch.
Heavy wooden doors. The lock turns easily.
Let's go.
As you do, You hear the echo of the doomed commercial area. Its black holes, a great whoosh of air rushes into the dark inner in the heart of a machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case. It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
A quaint little box of radio waves. You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connect. The lieutenant says nothing. You see behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Another filament memory. Press play. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver.
Good morning, Fortress accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East.
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log? Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
Received. Fortress accident is goodbye.
The machine's keyboard is still. The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent. And then it's gone. Almost all of it. It seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow. You can hardly hear your own breathing. You produce a few muffled thumps, after which your voice is barely audible. Not a howl. The lieutenant points to his ears and...
Can you hear anything? The church just has strange acoustics, some engineering trick.
His detached tone conceals how maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing on its premises.
Please, detective.
He's trying to act dismissive, but at this particular moment, he's more open than usual to the idea of paranatural phenomena. The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead. Just darkness without end. It makes your head spin. There's nothing. You're dizzy and disoriented as you see dark and more dark.
Officer, what are you looking at?
Filled with vague shapes of woodwork, the sense of a great... You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight. Maybe it's possible to talk to it. Is that a man? Looks more like part of the carpentry of the building. The Crab Man. The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady...
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright.
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in Jamrock. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos.
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready...
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
Oh yeah, sure. You don't know anything about alcohol use. You got it all under control, Wade. I could smell the control all the way over here. I know it's hard to admit that you got a problem. I was like you once. Couldn't take an honest look.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes. This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
You have no idea what the fuck he's... 'Tis not an act, my liege. Save him perchance, he hath deceived his very self.
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it. I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I got a...
That's not the only technique he's working on. Look at those carved sculptures. And is that a satchel of tools over there?
Sure am. Whittling wood used to be something. Now I use those same hands in service of something greater than my own restlessness. It's all just for the mother, man. No need to overthink it. I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone. No, man. You gotta let that shit go. Then the mother's light touch will fill you with rapture.
Do you remember your name, sir?
The lieutenant is not particularly interested in this information.
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. Your place amongst your fellas. Your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore. That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters. The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me. Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. anyway. Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Might even be nice to have some company.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita.
Viejita is grandma?
No, I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just, that's what I said, Holmes. Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests. I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes.
Or search through her radio computer.
Too many times, Essay.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety. The lieutenant raises his eyebrows.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is, what you think of that? Makes me almost pity la niñita pequeña when I hear it. This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. A way out into nothing. I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly. Oh, that's no simple question, Ese. She is a cavity in the dark, beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes. And no one ever. I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, I won with the state of the world before reality began.
That sounds a bit like substitution behavior, no? You know a thing or two about that.
It's not like that at all, man.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you, to his very own self.
I heard that before, Way. And I know I can't convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you woke up from silent communion with a hangover?
There are drugs darker than alcohol circling your system.
She took you for a good spin, huh? Don't worry, bro. That love is but a drop compared to the ocean of the mother's love. The mother will eat all of you and never spit you out. I know it will take time. Don't sweat it. I know it will take.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams.
I think we're done here, Essay.
That was interesting. However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated. The speaker comes.
Good morning, fortress accident on Saint-Brun. Good. Please repeat. Good. I have unlocked the filament. After fortress accident, is there anything else I can do for you today? Goodbye.
The machine's keyboard is still. The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's. The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while. Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. See? Even one of the spookers themselves said. 7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna.
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simon for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere, but at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it.
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just get. I think these people worked in the radio computer games business, the one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment.
Is she talking about?
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence with a diameter of approximately...
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello,
The girl on the ice?
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some...
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with that machine.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
Well, you won't find any music venue organizers here. It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you have...
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
What is it? No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper. Yes. Or no.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and if you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Did she say over 16 years of experience? She must have started programming when she was still a teenager.
No. Yes. And? I don't care. I don't care about crap men.
Wow, she really doesn't. Not afraid, this one.
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything. I use the AR1 as my RAIN Prefect processing unit. RAIN Prefect. My radio computer. Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you? All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need... I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, but it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for... Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around...
She liked telling you this. It calmed her nerves.
I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light cast in her face in...
Could you just... Shh. For...
It's not just rudeness.
They are connected to my RAIN Prefect. Whatever you do, just please...
Short and terse.
Great. You really like those questions, don't you?
They're bloodshot. She really hasn't been getting much sleep lately, has she?
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out. I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Wait. She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her person... The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that. Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not...
Easy. You measure it by the world around it.
I don't know. Are we? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. But exactly. Very true. That's what I've been aiming for. That's why I have those basins. I've tried using hydrotransducers to record the silence.
Ah, hydrotransducers. So that's what those water basins are. Devices for...
But honestly, it's not progressing very well. Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark. Strange things may flourish in the dark.
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architect?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place. I know. No.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning. her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
Because it's just trial and error. Trying to locate the swallow, the exact point is... And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work. Great. Thanks. What?
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Yeah. Like all the time. My tent neighbors don't really... Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing. This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here. Take a guess, why don't you? I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. This is her. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs. Cold wind seeps in from the crack in the glass. Snowdrifts cover the floorboards, as if under a microscope. The woman looks down at you standing there. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. She acknowledges the passing of you as that useless word passes through your mind. The lieutenant draws an exit. Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times as you stand in the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles, her distance. Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men. But she was not hell. She is the opposite. There you stand, below her once more, with your hands on your side. Momentarily at a loss, a jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you, a ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the unknown. The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick rimmed, small figures of wise men, common men. Worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, 30. Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après, and then along the left side, Après le monde, after life, death. After death, life again. After the world, the Pale. After the Pale. Could these words be the password that unlocks the filament memory?
Death, life again. After this exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No, it was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. Justice, union, prudence, and force. Eyes cool.
The mother of humanism towers above you.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the Dolorian Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the Small Pinewood Church. It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Ravage.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower? There it is again. A small pang of guilt. It's time to ask him what happened here.
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces. The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here. Well, your station was involved, I hear. Although I can be...
How come the lieutenant isn't sure? Is this confidential information?
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them. I am pretty sure it was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything more about it, why it was conducted, or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters. Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now. Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are DeLorean in origin. It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The DeLorean system does not demand faith.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
And? What happened? Oh, man! Who is he? What did you think? Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church? No matter. Is he gonna be a Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back.
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hybrids.
I guess it's not a massive problem. Now,
everyone is welcome to Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her? A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the night?
What a pity. That's my favourite thing in the world. And she does...
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance? Unity! Dance! And you can't just evict her?
Look at you, Honour Man.
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a... If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy. The line's in the dark!
At least Crabman seems like an advanced bit.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Nordic dance music?
Egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump the jam. Listen.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think? Excellent! Good luck, my friend. Goodbye.
Yes, what is it? I don't want to make anything work. Yes, anything. I don't...
It's not the anodic dance music that's made her bitter. It's the failure of Fortress Accident.
That's right. If we couldn't get our Welkins to happen, I don't want anything to happen.
There's not a trace of irony in her voice. She means it. Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more
All right. Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself. Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the book. Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building sub. In the giant ice bear fridge? I just told you. It has red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying...
Wait. A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory? Jawiza. Of course. Our project lead, Suliswov Jawiza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copies like it would have made a difference. The offsite copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was annoying. And the heads... I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker.
Valley of 1,000 Heads. You like the sound of that.
This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or, I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure...
There's a solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet. It's a...
Thanks. And here's my Falsund multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offsite copy, then you can keep the Falsund.
It hurts a bit for her to say this. She's...
Tequila Suns. Ah, tequila. Let me see. What? This isn't my jacket. My jacket was beautiful. This is fucking filthy. What am I supposed to do with this? I'm not taking a disgusting pile of hobo rags. I may be either bring it back the way it was before, or find a dumpster to burn it in.
You know, despite the guano, it looks like the jacket itself is stain resistant. It may just need a good scrubbing.